Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. I've had this microphone for like 2, 3 years, and I still can't figure it out all the way. I'm constantly checking it to make sure that it sounds right. But this is an unexpected video, but I'm laughing, but I'm actually really upset. I'm really, really angry. I know it doesn't look like that right now. It's been like 15 minutes since the incident happened. But I'm pretty upset. I'm fuming. I'm just not as bad anymore. I've chilled out a little bit. But I had recorded a video about 4 days ago that I was planning on having published on this YouTube channel tomorrow. It's Friday. It was already Friday now. Wee hours in the morning. And I was taking the video off my SD card and uploading it to my terabyte that's connected to my laptop, so that by tomorrow when I woke up and I got myself together and went about my day, when it was time for me to start editing my video, boom, I'm ready to go, right? So I don't know how everyone else is that does YouTube, but personally I'll have like trial videos. See, I can't even see my mouth when I'll have like trial videos, meaning that I'll do like 3 or 4 takes before I have the video finished and ready to go, right? And for those that, edit videos and stuff, I deleted the footage that I needed to edit this video that I wanted to post on Friday, which is today. And I'm really upset with myself because that was over 30 minutes of footage that I needed. It was like half the video. Like I recorded the rest of it on another camera, but it's not going to work because there was a certain style that I wanted to do. And it's just like, I'm mad at myself, yeah, because I was kind of like going too fast. I need to slow it down. But at the same time, it's just like, sometimes it feels like life just be throwing you stuff. And I know it's my fault. It's not like life, but you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you on the right path, you doing what you're supposed to do, and then like just stuff happening, bro. And I'm laughing at it a little bit because it's not a coincidence that yesterday I was talking about not allowing the world to quench your spark, your flame, not allowing your circumstances to make you give up on life. Obviously, on the grand scheme of life, this isn't that important. But on another scheme of life, it is important because this is towards my future and what I actually want to do. And I like having things in place and in order when it comes to my content and my art and stuff like that. And it's just the fact that this was a good video. I'm going to have to figure something out, but the footage was great footage. And I was drawing and I was talking, and it's just like, dang, bro, like I can't recreate that again. But it's the funny part about this is that oftentimes when you give advice to people, God, and I mean, some people say the universe, it's all intertwined, but God sometimes he'll be like, all right, let me see if you actually taking your own advice. And part of the advice I gave yesterday, you should go watch that video. But for real, go watch the video. But the advice I gave yesterday, I was basically saying that when you're going through a tough time or you're going through certain circumstances and situations and stuff like that, it's important that you still stay on the path and you don't allow your circumstances to distinguish or bring you down so low where you just giving up. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing content creation and in this format for like 6 years. I started back in 2019. I never took off in those 6 years. This is a thing that a lot of people don't understand. I know people have made videos on it, but I'm gonna talk about it too and give my own 2 cents. A lot of people want to get into content creation, YouTube and stuff like that. And because we're on social media and you only see someone's highlight reel or their viral moment, you don't realize that a lot of these people have been creating content for 5, 10, 15 years, sometimes more. but usually it's like the 5 to 10 year in that range before they actually pop off. You just find them once they're doing well and they're like famous. But I've been creating content for 6 years, not necessarily on this channel, but on other channels that I've been creating content. My other So Grapple used to be called Visionary Thoughts. And before that, I think it was for a split second, it was called Occipital Vision. That was just stupid. But it used to be called Visionary Thoughts. And I started that channel back in 2019 before I even had a camera and any gear and all that stuff. No mics, nothing. Just speaking out of like broken headphones. And I went from base nothing because I saw a vision. I wanted to be a YouTuber, not just a YouTuber, but I wanted to be able to get into content creation and showcase my skills and my art and tell stories. I wanted to do all those things. So I started with nothing other than the free YouTube channel, right? And now I'm in a position where I have a lot more equipment and stuff like that, but I haven't really popped off really. Actually, I haven't. By the time of, I don't know when you'll watch this video, but as of right now, I have about, on this particular channel, I got about 18 followers, right? But every time I come on this channel and I post a video and I edit a video, I do my best because that's the most important. It's having the discipline and not caring about the follow amount, just doing your best regardless of what it is. But it's just like, dang, like this was a good video too, a different style. I was gonna post it on Friday and then boom, I deleted half the footage that I needed. I can't get it back. Can't get it back. But the thing is about that, right? I love to create art. It is probably my favorite thing to do, is to draw and make art, right? And even if YouTube didn't exist, Instagram, TikTok, I'm not on TikTok, but YouTube, Instagram, all those, even if none of that stuff existed, I would still be drawing. I would still be writing. I would still take photos. Like the things that I'm showcasing online are things I actually love to do. And basically the essence of this yap session that I'm saying today is that when you really truly gotta love the craft, or you have to have some aspect of it that you love in order to stick through with it and see where it can go. Because you'll run into stuff like this. I know I'm not the only person. I'm not unique to this. There are people who this has happened to on a way larger scale. You deleted weeks of footage, you know what I'm saying? Like, but when you love the craft, when you love what you do, you keep at it and you keep going and doing it again and again and again, because you know, at least I know, that eventually something is going to stick and people will see my efforts and they'll see my page, whatever, and I'll grow and I'll have opportunities and stuff like that. I don't got that right now, right? Don't really know many people, but in many ways I know God is working in my life, because this is not just about posting content or showing my art. This is also spiritual, because me, you, and everyone else, since we live in this world and it's not a perfect world, and if you definitely are seeing things from the spiritual perspective, you're gonna go through things in life where it's not gonna go in your favor, or you're gonna mess up, or it's going to feel unfair, and it's how you react to it is which makes all the difference. I was really upset. I was pissed. I'm still kind of upset. I'm probably going to go get me some tea and go sit on my balcony for like an hour. Maybe. I don't know. It's kind of cold outside. But I might do that because it's like, dang, I needed to get this footage done because I have a schedule. I want things to be in place. But just like what Bruce Lee said, you got to learn to be like water. You got to learn to morph and shape with how things are, because sometimes stuff like this, stupid stuff like this happens and you can't control it, or things that are out of your control, because this was technically in my control, but it's over. Like I already deleted it, right? I can't get it back. And so it's just like, you have to be in the mindset where you realize these things are going to happen, but you're still going to come out of that. You're not going to stay in the depths so long. And it's not just with content, it's just with your life. There's just so much crap that comes into our lives that you got to deal with. And depending on how you see it, whether you see it as a teachable moment, something spiritual, or just another part on your path, will make all the difference in how you grow going forward. You know what I'm saying? Because everything At least to me, a lot of things, if not most things in life, are just tests. God testing you to see how you're going to handle this, how you're going to handle that. I gave advice to people yesterday about not allowing your circumstances to rule your behavior and make you down in the depths and make you see life so dreary, not allowing yourself to get to that point, overcoming that, knowing that spirit over flesh. And then today, this happens. And for a second, I was like, dang, bro, I was really down too. I was really down. Because it wasn't like it was 5 minutes. It was 30 plus minutes of footage, bro. Gone. But it's okay. Because I'm going to post this video. And this video is going to touch somebody to remind you that it's all part of the journey. You're not alone in this. You're going to mess up. Things are going to happen that aren't in your favor. But you got to rise above it. Because this is all a part of your testimony. I just butchered that word. It is all a part of your testimony. One day, when I'm at 1 million subscribers, soon, I don't know, someone's going to go back to my old videos and they're going to see this video and they're going to watch it and they're going to be like, dang, he's correct. And I said the following amount because you may watch this video today, tomorrow, or you may watch it 2 years from now when I've already taken off traveling all over the world, helping children become better artists, teaching. I don't know what God has in store for me. But I'm saying as of right now, as of today, I only have 18 subscribers on this page. On my graphical page, my film page, I have 154 subscribers. On my Instagram for this page, I have like 65 subscribers. On my Instagram for my art film page, I have like 300. Nothing, right? I mean, it's a lot. Those are all people, but on the grand scheme of things, that's not much. But it doesn't matter because I see it in my mind. I see the vision. I'm hungry for it. I love doing this stuff. So yeah, I deleted my footage. That sucks. But I'm gonna make more footage. It's okay. Things happen. From today to next Friday, I'm probably gonna record maybe 2-3 more videos. It don't even matter. But in the moment, I was like, dang. But now that I'm like, this is kind of like therapy in a way. Because now that I'm thinking about it, it's just like, all right, bro. This happened. It's okay. I'm going to rise from it. I'm going to slow down. Because I was rushing a little bit. I didn't know that video and the other one were the same video. I should have looked at the timestamp. One would clearly say 2 minutes. One would say like 35 minutes. But it's all good. All praises to the Most High. We don't make mistakes. These are just lessons. Lesson for me to slow down. But that's basically the message. It is okay. You're going to mess up. You're going to make mistakes. But the thing is, if you really want to go far in something, especially when it comes to YouTube, and you don't want to just like, everyone's different, but since I am someone who wants to make meaningful content, I will never promote things that are just nefarious or just stupid and then waste of time, waste of energy and space. There are people who make content that's just what do they call it? What's the word? What's that word to call? It's like brain rot. Yeah, they make content that's just brain rot. It has no meaning to it. But I like to make content with meaning to it. So if you're someone that also wants to make content in art and showcase things, poetry, whatever that has meaning to it, then you gotta love it in a way. You gotta love what you do. If it's not the content that you love, if it's not the business that you love, then there has to be some aspect of it that you love that will carry you through all the dark, grimy depths, the dungeon. You know what I'm saying? Like The Dark Knight. Dark Knight is my favorite movie, but The Dark Knight Rises in particular. Batman, Christian Bale, what was his name in the movie? Bruce Wayne. He gets thrown into the pit, right? Bane throws him to the pit, breaks his back. He's there for months. And now he has to climb his way out of darkness. He has to climb his way out of the depths into the light. It's like his ascension, his transformation journey. That's this whole life. This whole life is about climbing out of the pit, out of the mud and mire, into the light. The light is the Most High, Him revealing His purpose to you. And all along that way, you're going to go through things that seem unfair, or things that don't seem right, or things you don't want to go through, but you just got to go through it. You just got to go through it. Especially if you know that in the end, you're going to be like that knight in shining armor. Or for me, since I love the whole concept of the Joker, Dark Knight. I relate everything to the Joker in the Dark Knight. So it's like you becoming the Dark Knight, the highest version of yourself. That was basically what Batman was. Obviously, he had flaws and stuff, but that's tangent. But the Dark Knight, the Batman, he was like the highest version of a man, of what he thought was supposed to be a man, or whatever case may be. And your own version of the Dark Knight is whatever it is that you think it is. But it's just like, you just got to go through it. So if you don't love to do YouTube, you don't love to do content creation, you don't love the arts, and you're doing it, it's going to be harder for you to really stick with it when stuff like this happens, because you're going to start thinking, what's the point? But the point is that when you love something, you go through it anyways, because you see the end goal. So if, for example, if you, let's say that your goal in life is to be wealthy, not to flaunt your money, but you want to live in peace. You want to have your own land, property. So right now you create a business. Let's say you don't really love the business. You just create the business because it's a good lane for yourself, but you love the end goal idea that you see in your mind. That's going to give you the drive and the momentum to keep going until you reach that point. Luckily for me, not luckily, I'm blessed that I see this whole kingdom that I'm building. I am going to be wealthy with it. I will be successful in every possible way with the arts and the photography and the writing, but I also love it. So even if I didn't become successful, which I'm not even putting in my mind because I know it will, but for the lack of what I'm trying to say, even if I didn't, I still love to do what I'm doing anyways. So that helps me, but not everyone's in that boat. So if you're in a situation or you're doing something that you don't necessarily have a passion for or you love, then you have to find some aspect of it that you actually enjoy, or an end goal that you want in your life so much that you're willing to just go through it, because that's really all it is at the end of the day. We just going through a bunch of crap and on our journey, and you just have to go through it, rise from it, learn the lesson, become a better person. And as a man, that's like imperative. It says it so much in the Bible. Like, you have to go through hard times. You have to go through sticky situations and things that you don't want to go through in order to grow. Women as well, but obviously it's different for women than it is for men. But yeah. So in a way, it seems like this was supposed to happen so I can record this video. Because if it didn't happen to me, I wouldn't record this video. And therefore, whoever watches this video that gets inspired by what I'm saying, and then they go on and do what they need to do, and they rise in their life, then it would have never happened. So thank you, Yah. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for allowing that to happen so that I can say these things. I know this is just me. This is the Most High imparting His Spirit upon me and giving me the words to say to relay it to the world, out into the ether, to whoever needs to hear it. Whether you in the U.S., whether you in Charlotte, whether you in Japan, I don't know, wherever you at. But yeah, don't give up. Don't give up. I wrote a poem. I know I mentioned this in a couple videos back, like a video I recorded last year, but I'm gonna say it again because it came into my mind. I wrote a poem like 3 years ago or 4 years ago, back in 2022, and 2022 was a trying time too. I just rhymed. That was crazy. But 2022 was a trying time. And the poem that I wrote, and it's still stuck in my brain, it goes like this. When triumph is at your doorstep, know that torment is not far behind, longing to bask in your dwelling place, spoiling your reward. Don't give in. That basically means that when you're on the cusp of something amazing and extraordinary, the devil, the dark realms, your own self, your own flesh is going to try to get you to go back to your vices. They're going to try to get you to be negative. It's going to try to get you to not believe in yourself. It's going to try to get you to think that there is no light in the tunnel. You're not going to become great. You're not going to do this. You're not going to do that. Because spiritually things are happening that you just can't see yet physically. And once you reach that pinnacle, or not even the pinnacle, once you just reach that next checkpoint, that opens doors for you, that elevates your life, then you'll see it. But when you're not in it yet, you're like, dang. So you can't listen to yourself sometimes. Our minds aren't always have our best interests at heart. Sometimes our minds say the craziest things. They hate us because it's our flesh. You got to operate in the spirit. Feel what I'm saying? So, again, when triumph is at your doorstep, know that torment is not far behind, longing to bask in your dwelling place, spoiling your reward. Don't give in. You really might be on the cusp of something great, and all these bad things are happening because it's one last test, one last boxing match before you enter the next stage. I was never really like a gamer growing up. I only like really played Tetris. I still play Tetris. But I do know that in games, in order for you to get to the next level, you have to pass the first level and then the second level, and each level has their own antagonists and obstacles, and you just gotta go through it. You can see life that way if you want to. But yeah, that's all I really gotta say today. So in a few days, I'm gonna probably have an even better video than that one, because like that video wasn't that good anyway. Nah, I'm playing. It was a great video, I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, everything is working out for you. Things aren't just happening to you, they're happening for you, and the Most High is in the midst of it all. You just have to remember that and have a positive mindset towards everything. I know it's hard. It's okay to feel down. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to express your emotions. It's just how you choose to handle those emotions in the end is what makes all the difference. So that is that. And as I mentioned in the last video, all my links, all that description, bio. I have links in the description now of some art supplies and stuff that I use to make my art. So if you want to look into that to buy it, go right ahead. But yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful day and really take to heart what I was saying, because I was not playing. I was serious. Most High is working. We always know that. All praises to the Most High. The film is finished, but reality is not. You are a shifter of paradigms. Selah. Peace.